Hi, this is Lynn McCool and welcome to Unit 9. It's hard to believe that we're halfway through the semester already. In this unit, we actually begin thinking about the final project that you and your team will be working on for the rest of this semester. So in this unit, we're going to do things a little bit differently. Instead of having a quiz, we will not have a quiz this week, partly because it's right before spring break and also because I have quite a few different lecture screencasts that I want you to listen to. And instead of the quiz and instead of a discussion, a regular discussion board, I have put together a final project Q&A form here that you can see right at the top of the unit. And I want you to use this space to post questions and any ideas that you might have about the various aspects of the final project assignments. So let's use that space because if you have a question, probably someone else in the class or on your team has a similar question or thought as well. So we can use this as a collaborative space. I can answer questions for you as you're working through the project. Now, as you know, on Monday, your team project of the first aid poster is due by 11:59 p.m. And again, if you have any questions about the new project, the new final project that I'm going to be talking about here in just a little bit, you can post them to this forum. Remember that your first aid instruction poster has 3 deliverables with it. It has the poster itself, it has an abstract summary that should include the basics of what an analytical report would have contained if you would have had to have written all of that out. And then of course your memo of transmittal, it's like a cover memo that tells the reader, Susan Daly, that these 2 documents are attached and also gives just a brief explanation or rationale, if you will, of those documents. Remember to always save your documents as PDFs because that way when I open them up, it's not going to change the formatting. And project coordinators, you're the ones that should be uploading those documents, so I don't need multiple uploads from various people on the team, just one person. Typically the project coordinator is the person that will do that unless there's some extenuating circumstance in which they may delegate someone else to do it. So only one upload per team is necessary, thanks. Okay, for Wednesday, I'll have you take a look at and read Chapter 15, Organizing and Drafting. This has to do with organizing any kind of document, and so since you're going to be working with multiple types of documents in this final project set of documents here, this is just a good chapter, has a good overview of organizing and drafting. Then specifically I want you to take a look at Chapter 8 on proposals because one of the first things that you're going to create is a project plan proposal for this final project, and I'll talk more in depth in a different screencast about that. So there is this screencasted lecture, the introduction to this unit that you're listening to right now. I have another little screencast that I want you to listen to on giving an elevator speech and also putting together that project proposal plan. This little video on conceptual design is really good, 2 minutes long. Please take a look at that. And then in an additional screencast I'll talk in particular about the final deliverables of the actual final project itself. So you'll definitely want to listen through that. Again, there are a number of other videos that I'm going to have you, or screencasts that I'm going to have you listen to. So for Friday, take a look at these readings. Please read through the final project guide to lab practices, and it is set up as a Moodle, what's called a Moodle book, so you'll want to make sure that you click on the little arrows on the side and it will scroll you through to the next page. There's also a page here where the actual content of the Guide to Lab Practices resides, and you'll need that, of course, as you're constructing that Guide to Lab Practices, but again, I'll talk more about that in another screencast. I've provided some links to things that I thought you might find helpful, so this is a link to a free Google Doc template to create Gantt charts, and when I talk about the project plan proposal, you'll know why that's important. I've got 2 sample project plans here that you can look at, and then this link has to do with the final project deadlines, which if you actually scroll down through Unit 9, you'll see that I have placed those right there in a table for you. And so these are all of the major assignments then that are left for this class for this semester, so you can see all the deadlines and the assignments right there. In addition to the assignment chart there, I want you to also be aware that for Friday I have a series of screencasts that are designed especially to help you in putting together both the elevator pitch, which is one of the first things that's going to be coming due, and in particular these screencasts talk about, first of all, how to create a good PowerPoint presentation, what vocalics are and why they're important in screencasting. And then this very first one gives you a tutorial, a very quick tutorial on how to create a screencast using a free software called Screencast-O-Matic. Now, you as a team do not necessarily have to use Screencast-O-Matic. It is the software of choice that I use, but if you have something else, like you want to use something on your computer that you have that you already know really well, that's fine. But in the event that you're not familiar with any kind of screencasting software, this one is a fairly good choice because you can sign up for a free account and it will give you 15 minutes for free. I don't anticipate your elevator pitch being longer than 15 minutes. It shouldn't be anyway. So check that out as well. That's all I have for you right now. Take a look at my other screencasts, and if you have questions, please post to the forum in Unit 9. Talk to you later. Thanks.